welcome to the Vegan Bando YouTube channel. The time has finally come. You guys have been asking in my DMs, show me how to make this. I want to make that too. So now I'm going to try to do it for you guys from the comfort of my home. Nothing too complicated. I want to make it the ingredients accessible to you all. I'll tell you kind of the ingredients you do need. I won't specify the brand or whatever, so to give you any pressure to find specific ingredients, because I know how hard that can be. Yeah, so we're gonna have a good time. Just you know, get something to drink. So today we're gonna be making mac and cheese. These are the items that I use. I just got this really inexpensive 365 Whole Foods brand elbow noodles, and this is a really small package, so I got two just in case. So whatever you have, whatever you find, that's why I'm trying to be mindful of the measurements, because I don't know what kind of noodles you have access to. So this is the butter that I use. This is the soy-free earth balance. I maybe should not have said the name because I'm not endorsed by them. And this is the plant-based milk that I like to use. This one is really good because it only has 2 ingredients. It's just water and the nuts.
Pause.
This is the milk cashews. This is by Elmhurst. If you can find this, it's good, but you could use any plant-based milk. I recommend the raw cashews only because the taste is a bit milder. And I soak this in boiling water. I'm going to show you guys a close-up, but I soaked the 2.5 cups of cashews in boiled spring water just to kind of soften it up. It soaked for about 2 hours. 2 or more. If you could do more, then that's good. So I have a butternut squash. This is just, I add this to the mac and cheese just for the cream, just to make it creamy. We're gonna add shredded cheese also, so this is just to add creaminess, I guess. Okay, so the first step in this mac and cheese is gonna be the butternut squash. I'm gonna prepare it. What I'm gonna do is peel it and cube it and then boil it. And like I said, this adds to the creaminess of your cheese sauce. It also adds to the color. It gives it like kind of like a yellow, you know, like a cheese color. So that's what I'm gonna do first. Make sure you get a sharp knife, because you see how, just because I know what I'm doing, I still have my fingers, but my knives are pretty dull, and by the time the next video, I'll have better knives. Part, I try to just get it to a flat surface so it's easier to cut it. It's more stable when you get to the side that's flat. So I try to cut it in halves and then keep going from there. Okay, so now we got our butternut squash that's diced. It's more like 2-inch cubes, I guess. So it's not diced, it's cubed rather. About 2 inches or however small you can cut it up. And what I'm gonna do is just take this water and just cover. All I'm doing is just covering the butternut squash, and we're gonna boil it till it's soft. Okay, so now I have my cooked macaroni noodles, elbow noodles, and I'm just gonna work on the cheese sauce. I'm gonna add the ingredients to the blender. So I'm gonna start with my soaked cashews. But we're gonna hold on to this water just in case I need it, even though I do have the cashew milk. A few of my tender butternut squash diced. add like maybe, I guess like 1/4 cup. And then I'll add more depending on the texture. Just gonna add a little bit of this, probably like a 1/4 cup as well. That's not blending down too good, so I'm gonna just add more liquid. We're trying to get the consistency of cheese, melted cheese. Every now and again, I would scrape the sides. It's a little pale, so I'm gonna add a few more pieces of the butternut squash. And also a little more of the cashew milk. So in total, you probably use about a cup of cashew milk. But I would add them in 1/4 cup increments. I like it a little more yellow than what it is, so I'm just gonna add one more piece of butternut squash, and I'm also gonna add in some of the cashew waters. I'm gonna pour out the remainder of the liquid in here because this is where I'm gonna put my cooked noodles. Okay, so I have my cooked elbow noodles right here. I'm gonna put it in the bowl where I had the cashews, so I could just butter them and I kind of loosen them up. So, and I try to cook the noodles al dente, which also, for those who don't know, is just a little tender. That way when you cook them, so they won't just be like mush. And just for anyone that's using the 365 brand, this is just one bag. I didn't need to use the second bag. Now I'm gonna take my earth balanced butter and take maybe about a tablespoon, just to kind of get even coating on all the noodles in the bowl. And I'm just gonna stir it around. Okay, so I've added onion powder, pink salt, annatto powder. It's kind of hard to find, but I get it from any kind of Mexican grocery. Also, I added cayenne pepper, and now I'm just gonna stir it up. Just because I like a lot of cheese in the mac, I'm gonna add a little bit more just because I feel like it's not as creamy as it could be. Keep in mind that when you bake this, a lot of the liquid is gonna dry out. So I try to, you know, be a little generous with the sauce. Okay, so now that's stirred up as good as it can get. So I'm gonna add the cheese in now. I added some Italian seasoning in there too, just to give it a little more depth of flavor. So now I'm just gonna butter my baking dish. Or you can also use oil, but since I have the butter right here, I'll just use the butter. And that just, when you're cutting it out, the butter dish helps it kind of slide off the pan and not stick so much. Trick that I also use if your butter was in the fridge. This happened to be out, but if it's in the fridge, I would just put the cold butter on the pan and then put it in the preheated oven for a few minutes till it kind of melts, and then I would just switch it around, and that's an easier way to butter your pan. Now I'm gonna cover this dish and then put it in the oven. I would let it stay in the oven maybe like 35 minutes or so, 25 to 35 minutes. That way it can, the cheese can melt. Okay, so I cooked this in the oven for like about 35 minutes, and then I took the cover off and broiled it for like maybe 10-15 minutes just to get the cheese on top a little brown. So now I'm gonna plate it now. And I also made some chickpea heart of palm crab cakes. Okay, so I have some chopped green onions for garnish, and romaine salad. I also made a tahini dressing from scratch, and I make this with tahini, cocoa aminos, a little spring water, and a little lime juice. And I also have some dairy-free crumbles. It's supposed to be, I guess, feta cheese. We did that, y'all. Alright, vegan bandits, so this concludes the video for the best vegan mac and cheese ever. So when you guys try this meal at home with your family and friends, be sure to tag my Instagram page @veganbando, and I'll be more than happy to share your masterpieces. I want to say thank you for spending the time with me to create this meal. And I want to wish you guys a happy holiday season. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you know when new content is available. Peace, love, prosperity, and good health. Till next time.